So what's the next question?
How do childhood traumas affect our adulthood lives?
Okay, now childhood trauma does affect, but it's kind of also deep topic. We're not gonna able to kind of cover it completely, but adults, especially when the child until puberty, until 12 years old, all his problems, psychological problems, if he gets sick, like any issues, it's because of the mother. It's not because child suddenly got sick. We're born perfect. 99% of us, we have no issues when we're born. But sometimes it could happen if mother had issues before he born. It could happen too, or while she was pregnant, if she was doing wrong things. But let's say if the child has no problems, he born fine, then family, the mother, if she has issues, if she has these fears, insecurities, anxieties, child will become sick all the time. Now, if the child, let's say, audio vector child, is gonna have these headaches, ears, maybe pain in the ears, problems to focus, problems to study, all kind of problems. Anovector child is gonna have problem with the stomach. She always trying to rush him. As a dermal mother, she wants everything fast. Even when he goes to the restroom, she tells him, hurry up, we're running late. And you cannot do this with anal vector. He needs to take his time. Even in the restroom, he needs to take his time because that's his vector, that's his erogenous zone. When you rush him all the time, you put him through stress. And the stress that you do in his childhood, it can lead to really bad things. For example, anal vector child, you rush him all the time, he didn't finish whatever he had to do in the restroom, and he has then he goes to the restroom and he feels painful when he takes when he has like constipation, when he didn't go for a long time, right? When he goes through pain, he can get used to where it starts from there. That pain can lead to sadistic tendencies in his adulthood, can become sadistic just because of that pain, because he goes through pain and he enjoying it because it's erogenous zone. Anus, it's erogenous zone. Gastrointestinal tract, it can be stuttering, stomach issues, heart issues, sphincters. All his body works like sphincters. When we evolutionized, every vector gave a step and a bridge toward evolution. Dermal, we start losing hair, skin more sensitive. Anal sphincters. First sphincter was a fist, so we can hold stone axe, tools. That's first sphincters. All his body, sphincters, anus, stomach, throat, stuttering, all these issues in anal vector evolutionized through the sphincter. So every time he goes through stress, pain in the stomach, or cannot go to the restroom, or he feels stress, he has diarrhea, or all this stuff in anal vector can lead. When he grows up, if it's anal vector and mother gave him this hard time, and he went through all these issues, it can lead to sadistic tendencies when then he goes to BDSM, and then further and further. Then maybe he's not even satisfied there, it can lead to even worse things, but usually BDSM takes off that if he doesn't do that, then he can do sexual committed crime or stuff like that. But that's where it starts. You understand? Dermal vector, on the other hand, when they get abused in the childhood, dermal vector child, their pain threshold is very low. They feel pain, they're more sensitive than anal or urethral or muscular. Muscular you can beat, abuse, they don't care. Dermal, on the other hand, if you abuse dermal vector child, then eventually it can lead to masochistic tendencies. Because when you beat a child, his skin is sensitive. He doesn't want to go through pain, so his body starts to produce endorphins, natural opiates, painkillers, and you feel good. Then you get used to it. If it happens too often, you get used to it, and you start looking for pain on purpose or provoke your parents so they can abuse you or beat you because you want to feel those endorphins. And eventually when it doesn't happen, then they're looking for drugs because they're lacking these endorphins. They need this pain. Anal vector, it can happen too, but not that easy as dermal. They really need to be abused because their threshold is not that low as dermal, but it can happen in anal. They can become masochist and sadistic, but they have to go through deeper and bigger process. But dermal, very easy. You beat your child a few times, it starts to the same thing mentally.
Oh, the same thing.
And when he grows up, his life complete failure. Why? Hold on. Because he's looking for to be fail gives him good feeling. When he gets through failure, that gives him that good feeling. You understand? So he's looking for failure instead of the success. And dermal vector in the boy, if you abuse him, his role in the tribe to grab the resources and protect it for the tribe. If you abuse dermal vector child, he goes, when he grows up, he has psychosexual delay, and like a child, he's still like a child, and he uses his role for the tribe, but as a child. He starts to protect for himself only. Everything for himself, or becomes thief, starts to steal. You understand? In dermal. Now, females is different.
What does he start to steal?
Steal, become thief, yes.
One?